We've seen a significant reduction in tickets and laptop failures, and it's made a huge difference day to day. Our IT team isn't constantly reacting to the same recurring issues anymore. We're able to focus more on preventative work and improvements. And it means for our users that they experience fewer disruptions and smoother performance, and their devices just work better, which makes everyone's lives easier.
Hi there, Matt. Thanks very much for joining me today. Just want to quickly introduce you as Senior IT Lead at PMC. Thank you very much for joining us. Really excited to share some of the experiences you've had here with us at Applixure over the last few years and more so some of the results you've been seeing recently. Just before we get into that, it'd be really interesting for you to introduce yourself and just say a little bit about your role at PMC and a little bit about the company before we kind of dive into the content.
Cool. Thank you for having me on, Joseph. Yeah, I'm Senior IT Lead at PMC. I've been here for just over 5 years, being a key part of the internal IT team. PMC is a commerce technology partner. We power unified commerce with consulting, engineering, and 24/7 managed services to help retailers. Yeah, we've got a team of around 10 IT staff spread across the UK and India, and we get involved in all sorts of stuff across the business.
Yeah, and is that 10 just for your internal IT?
Yeah, that's just the internal IT team.
Great stuff. Wonderful. And how long have you been using Applixure for at PMC?
Applixure we've had for, I believe, 2 or 3 years now.
Okay. And why did you decide to implement Applixure at the time, just out of interest?
At the time, we were looking to get more visibility of the sort of software that our users were installing, software they were using, and also get more of a handle on how they're using their devices, if their devices are having issues, and try and help us be a bit more proactive rather than reactive in our support.
Okay. And how successful do you feel Applixure has been at helping you with that, over the last few years?
Applixure's helped us a lot. We've had great success with the tool. We've seen a significant reduction in tickets and laptop failures, and it's made a huge difference day to day. Our IT team isn't constantly reacting to the same recurring issues anymore. We're able to focus more on preventative work and improvements, and it means for our users that they experience fewer disruptions and smoother performance, and their devices just work better, which makes everyone's lives easier.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really great to hear. And I remember you giving me those stats when we last met, and you said that you saw a 24% reduction in tickets from laptop failures and a 36% reduction from general device and software issues. So that's sort of big reduction, is it, I guess?
Yeah, it's been a massive reduction. It's freed our teams up massively. They're able to, like I say, they're able to focus a lot more on proactive work than reacting and fighting fires effectively.
So interesting how this more proactive way can free up so much more time. So how much time, I know it's probably hard to quantify, but how much time have you managed to free up? Have you kind of managed to quantify that at all? Or could you give us a rough estimate on how much more time has become available?
For a rough ballpark figure, I'd say our team probably spends around 20-25% less time firefighting. We've also been able to extend device lifespans by about a year, roughly on average, which has helped us with avoiding some replacement costs and make better use of our existing hardware.
That's really interesting. So being able to extend device age by a year, what's enabled you to do that, just out of interest?
So we've been able to catch machines that users are having issues with, replace batteries, replace pieces of hardware where needed rather than replacing a whole laptop, as well as if the users are experiencing slowdowns, offer them a software rebuild, Windows reinstallation, that sort of thing to eke some extra life out of them.
Yeah. And how are you making those life cycle decisions with Applixure? What's enabling you to be able to do that, whereas before you weren't able to do that? What's changed?
Yeah, the lifespan analysis has helped us target those machines that are the oldest or looking like the most likely to need replacement anytime soon.
So, Matt, tell me a little bit about the lifespan analysis that we were able to run for you recently.
So the lifespan analysis was very, very helpful. Helped us target those machines that are most in need of IT intervention, whether that's through software rebuilds, hardware replacement, or even complete machine replacement where needed. It's helped us make much better use of our existing hardware.
And what has been the impact of that? Have you managed to extend the average lifespan of your machines, just out of interest?
Yeah, we've managed to extend them by roughly a year on average. There are some more or less, of course, but yeah, we've managed to avoid some replacement costs, delay others, and make better use of what we already have.
Sure. It's really interesting to know what your kind of average lifespan was before you were doing these lifespan analysis to what you're achieving now. So I don't know if you've got that comparison at all.
Average lifespan was previously around about 4 years. Now we're getting roughly five and a bit out of most laptops.
Yeah. So that's sort of adding on, almost around a 20% increase in lifespan, which is really significant. So you could almost say that's a 20% reduction in hardware costs, because obviously the devices are managing to live a bit longer. How important is the kind of budgetary concern around hardware costs for you at PMC?
Massively important, as it is for all businesses.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and also another big area is obviously when you don't replace devices every, if you're delaying it from 4 years to 5 years on average, that actually saves IT more time, doesn't it? Because actually replacing a device, how much time does it take to replace the average device for an end user, Matt?
We would say probably around half a day for building them a new laptop, transferring all their data, bringing the user into the office if they're someone that works remotely, which isn't always practical.
Yeah, so if you're actually extending those devices from 4 to 5 years, that's going to be a lot of time saved for the IT team, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we've seen around 20 to 25% time saving across the team, and not having to replace the machines as often means that a little bit more money is freed up for things like strategic improvements.
And obviously it's really important to be able to do this, but not really impact the end user IT experience and security and these kind of areas that are really important when managing a computer and software environment. How have you ensured that that's not the case, that the experience of the end users is still really good and security and compliance of the computers and software are really in check as well?
So Applixure, it's helped us see what's going on across all the devices, like performance, health, software issues, security issues in one place, and it's helped us to shift from reacting to being able to prevent issues rather than react to them. And it's also been great for right sizing our hardware. So if Applixure flags up a performance degradation on a machine, we can spot when someone like a software developer needs a higher spec machine and get them upgraded before it becomes an issue for them and their work.
Brilliant. That's really, really good to know. What advice would you give to IT leaders considering using Applixure, knowing what you do now about utilising the tool and all of the resources and everything that it offers?
I'd say go for it. Applixure is a really practical tool that gives you clear visibility of your environment without adding complexity. It's helped us work smarter rather than harder, and it's given us the confidence that we're spending our time and budget in the right places.